Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, keep it in your pants because today we got two four-armed domination warriors. Excuse me, two four-armed baddies going at it today here. Let's start off with Luma Redwind. Oh my gosh, she could just choke me, break me, just maul me viciously. Sorry about that. But yeah, Luma Redwind actually gets to large planetary pretty easily here. This is because she is comparable to a lot of Ben 10's other aliens here. Because I mean, I could be comparable to something else, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's besides the point here. The fact that she was able to easily repress Armadillo's drill hand and actually said it would tickle. By the way, wouldn't that be a kill shot? I know Ben is like a good guy, but wouldn't that be a kill shot? And the sheer fact she was able to take an electric shock from Shock Squatch as well here, which is actually ridiculously impressive here, considering the fact that Shock Squatch was able to beat Sunder, someone who's able to beat and even contend with the likes of Ultimate Cannonbolt as well here, which I actually find very impressive here. Considering the sheer fact that Ultimate should actually be 10 times stronger than the original. I believe that was stated for Ultimate Humongosaur. But again, in terms of how powerful they are, I think it should apply to all of them, considering Ultimates are capable of one-shotting their original cells here. And this is actually pretty important because one-shot differences are, again, a 10 times multiplier. The same way, what I'm trying to say here is that 10 times, one-shots and actual, manhandlings are legit one-shot differences. They're each 10 times stronger. So this means that Luma is 10 times stronger than an Ultimate. Probably not Ultimate Humongosaur, Ultimate Way Big, but definitely stronger than Ultimate Cannonbolt, and easily scaling 10 times stronger than, regular Cannonbolt, who was actually able to defeat the Tick, who was actually capable of destroying an entire planet, and even enduring planetary explosions. Now, keep in mind here, I understand that Cannonbolt did destroy it from the inside out here, but still he had to get through it. And plus, it wouldn't make any sense if the internal structure wasn't as durable as the outside structure, due to the sheer fact that the Tick was actually capable of, again, destroying planets to the point where they were capable of blowing up. And it also has to endure their explosions as well before moving to the next planet. Now, as for her speed, both in combat and reaction speed here, she's able to catch Accelerate. Accelerate is a being that can easily move at FTL to immeasurable levels of speed here, and pretty much she should compare to all of other Ben's aliens that she was beating, like Crash Hopper, Shock Squatch. I would like to say Clockwork, but again, Clockwork really didn't get a chance to activate itself here. And she should also still be much stronger than the likes of Armadillo, considering she did beat down a Slamworm, which is Armadillo's natural predator. Now, keep that in mind here because Armadillo is actually able to cause magnitude 10 earthquakes. Now, I understand that the director or the creator stated that he had to find a tectonic plate here, but this means that he can still, generate the force on that tectonic plate to cause a magnitude 10 earthquake. If you guys have seen my videos, magnitude 0.8 earthquakes are even considered to be around the small planetary, and magnitude 10 should be obviously 2 times stronger than that, so that easily should get to the planetary domains here, and maybe even large planetary depending on it, and then planetary plus. But again, Luma should easily be large planetary. She's definitely stronger than Shock Squatch, who was able to, again, manhandle someone or literally just dominate somebody, no diddy, who was actually capable of going toe-to-toe with the likes of Ultimate Cannonbolt. By the way, do you think Sunder is fodder when it comes to bounty hunting? Is he on fraud watch when it comes down to it? Because I mean, this dude gets hired for everything and just gets straight up beaten down, like, every single time. But again, like I said earlier, so Luma, in terms of hacks and abilities as well, she doesn't have any. The best she can do is definitely a thunderclap. She's strong enough to cause earthquakes here. And considering she is stronger than a 10-year-old forearms who was actually able to produce a thunderclap so powerful that it was able to knock back a aquatic or storm-like monster that was made of water, clouds, and various earth-like materials here. And then again, we should also consider her that she may actually have some star level scaling because the Tick was actually able to endure and even resist Heat Blast his flames, with Heat Blast actually being as hot as a star. And again, keep in mind, Pyro Knights themselves actually do live on an entire star. So that's actually pretty impressive here, because in order to interact with that, you need to have a heat that's either similar to or at least equal to that of a star. So there we go. Red Dami Mommy Luma here definitely gets to planetary to, at the very least, star level. Or large planet to star, excuse me. But next up, we have the Shokan Queen herself, Shiva. Now, Shiva is pretty simple. Easily, you can get her to large planetary and likely star level as well. She is one of the lower tier combatants in her verse here, and she would scale to a small portion of Shinnok's power here. And this is pretty important, because considering the sheer fact that Shiva was able to beat a tired out not a tired, a kind of crippled Kodokan, if you will, here. She's also able to beat Jade, Aaron Black, Baraka, which are all capable characters in their own right. And she's able to beat a bloodlusted and morals off Johnny Cage here. And keep in mind, she's also the queen of the Shokan here, and they each had a tournament, they all had a tournament to decide who would rule their kind. And well, Shiva won that tournament through her physical strength in general here. And keep in mind, she's able to endure attack from the amulet as well here, and is actually one of 2 people to survive it. The second one being Kintaro. Kintaro actually was able to at least hold his own somewhat against a bloodlusted, and again, morals off, Cassie Cage, Jackie Briggs, and who am I trying to think of? Sonya Blade. Excuse me, that's who I'm trying to say. So he held his own against all 3 of them, but again, did get overwhelmed eventually and got his head ripped off. This is important because, again, characters like Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade, they do scale relative to each other here. Johnny Cage, albeit this is a much stronger Johnny Cage than the one he fought, Shinnok. And Shinnok is a large planetary to dwarf star level to even universal, if not complex multiversal being, but that does depend here on how much a small portion of its power is a decent portion. Considering the sheer fact that a small portion of its power was still a threat to a lot of the Earth Realmers there, and even stronger than the likes of Kodokan, who was actually capable of still battling against a younger Shao Kahn, albeit you could actually argue this is a much stronger Kodo. And again, he is known to be able to bend the sun. This would also give Shiva around relativistic, if not light speed reaction, because again, they would scale to Kodokan's light ray and also scale to Ashura's light magic as well, as she is known to utilize light-based magic or light-based constructs to attack and fire them off at her opponents here. So with that being said here, the Empress herself actually gets to around large planetary, with her highest ends, or her highest highball, being universal. But again, I would still give her the planet to star level scaling. So without further ado, yeah, let's talk about this here. Oh, Shiva can also throw fireballs. Yeah, that's basically one of her few main hacks and abilities here. But with that being said here, yeah, I'm actually going to give this to Luma. And this is because, again, it is a very big highball for Shiva to be universal. But then again, I think you can even get some of Ben's average aliens to universal, considering they all were able to hold a small portion of the Big Bang. So, yeah, crazy, ain't it? And the sheer fact that Luma has a massive speed advantage as well here, while I do give Shiva the experience and the skill edge here, Luma's not too far off when it comes to skill here. But I do think that speed advantage, especially in combat speed and in normal, reaction speed, I'm not saying she's going to perceive that Shiva is slow, but I hate to kind of say it, but it's going to be like Shiva's fighting against a much stronger and tougher version of herself here, and Luma's just going to enjoy it. Like, it's kind of is what it is here. So with that being said here, I think Luma, yeah, does take it. Accelerate is definitely faster than a lot of the characters in Mortal Kombat in general here. Yes, that includes Cabal. There should be no ifs and or buts about it. Then the sheer fact that Luma casually reacted to him on multiple occasions here, even creating shockwaves on the ground here. And considering the fact that Shiva does like to jump here, I don't think that's going to help her out at all here. The way I kind of see it happening is that these two are going to start off in a hand-to-hand scenario, but Shiva's going to get overwhelmed badly. I definitely think Shiva is going to regret it and just get straight up pummeled. I think she's going to get thrashed, actually. I don't think it's a one-shot, but it's definitely a beatdown in Luma's favor. Shiva's fireballs, her jump attacks, even if I give her what's called her spiked mace shield or whatever, I don't think that's going to make a difference here. Matter of fact, I think Luma could just punch right through it, considering, the sheer fact that she was able to literally laugh at Armadillo's drill. Like, it's not really comparable. So, yeah, at the end of the day, I'm going to have to give it to Luma. I would have to say mid to eventually a low difficulty. But, hey, that's going to be all today, you guys. Please comment down below. Like and subscribe and share with your friends. It's Legendary Grimlock. And I hope you guys have a blessed day. Peace.